Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. Today I am painting another coat rack. This one is to go in my bedroom behind the door, and I picked it up from our local AJ's Emporium here in Rotorua. It's just a you know, basically everything and anything type shop, and it's where I get all of my paint from. And I spotted this in a corner and I was like, you know what, those 3M hooks that I've been using for years on the back of my bedroom door for my dressing gown and my husband's dressing gown, they break on an almost annual basis, and I thought, you know what, that doesn't work for me anymore. Have you got things that are going on in your life that you just keep not working for you and not working for you over and over again? Well, as the old adage says, nothing changes if nothing changes. And there's another one that says the definition of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So, taking those two things in mind, I invested a merely $3 and bought this. Now, it is one of the worst woodworking jobs I have ever seen. Check out this routing. Even I can do better than that. It is shocking. There's been absolutely no preparation work done on it. It really is designed for the home crafter who's going to do a little bit of touch-up work on it. So that's what I'm going to do now. I've just got my 60 grit sandpaper, and just give that an initial rub to get rid of any big bits. See how quickly that takes down the really ugly, not even straight cut. Super quick. That's 60 grit. The bigger the number on sandpaper, guys, the bigger the grains of sand, which means the harsher the sanding. So the smaller the grains of the sand, the bigger. It's kind of like dots per inch. Grains of sand per inch, or something like that. I don't know quite how they define it, but the more bits of sand they can fit into whatever the definition is, the finer the sandpaper, the smaller the pieces of sand, the less it takes off, but also the smoother result you're going to get. So you can, if you look closely on that, you can actually see scratch marks from this paper, but check out how grunty that is. But now, if I change over to my 180, see, P180, upside down, sorry, P180, that is, you can hardly even see the sand, and it goes like, I mean, you can get sandpaper all the way up to 1200. It's like smoother than paper. But just that quick rub with that 180 compared, let's have a look. I can definitely feel the difference. can't really see any well, you can see imperfections, but you can see also that it's smoothed out compared to where I haven't done it. So try and go in a circular motion and keep moving all the time so that the same piece of grit is not sanding the same spot all the time. Now, why am I sanding this wood before I paint it? Well, if you've done any acrylic pouring before, you'll know that even though you're pouring on to 3-4 millimeters thick of paint, as it dries, you start to see it shrink, and it exposes any imperfections underneath. Now, this is going behind my bedroom door, guys. I'm not overly fussed. But the one thing I also know about big dents in whatever you're pouring on, it's going to affect the way the paint runs. So as it runs down the sides, it's going to be creating distortion. So that's why I'm giving it a sand. I apologise if I cough during this video, guys. I have had the flu. My beautiful son picked it up and spent last week caring for him. And I would wait and do these videos where possible, but we're off to Queenstown for the weekend. Yay! How does it get any better? So my next step is to get rid of this dust, because I don't want that in the paint. So I'll be back. Okay, so I've got my bit up on some tins so that the drip off can just run right off. I've got some white, turquoise, silver and crimson red, and this never ever shows up the right colour on camera. It's quite a puce pink, that's what I would call it, for those of you that know what I mean. And I don't know if any of them have got cellular action creators in there, so I'm going to put a drop of silicone in each of those. All my paints are mixed with Floetrol and water, and you'll notice I didn't put any silicone in the white. That, my dears, is because white doesn't need it. White will do its own thing in its own time, and that's the exciting part. Now, seeing a few lumpy bumper bits in this turquoise, I'm not excited about that, but what I am excited about is making some magic, baby. So what I'm going to do is grab a tin. Now, these tins, for those of you that ask regularly, are just flavoured tuna tins. I know some people use cat food tins. Basically any tin that has a smooth side and isn't rusty can be used. I use these, as you can see, over and over again. I rinse them out and leave them to do their magic. One last thing before I go ahead and pour on this. This has holes for the screws to go through. As you saw when I was unplugging it, it comes with its own little drywall plugs. and screws. Excuse me. But there's holes all the way through, which means you could lose paint through them, just like if you were doing a record. So, just like on a record, I'm going to cover those with tape. I'm actually going to use masking tape, painter's tape, whatever you want to call it, because it has more capacity to bend and cover those holes and seal it in than excuse me, a normal tape, parcel tape. Here we go. So they're covered. They'll drill back out again if they go too hard, if I leave them too long. So into our pot, I am going to put some white, and then some turquoise, and then some silver. These are all kind of getting to the end of their time in their tins. They've been mixed for a while, starting to go a bit gluggy. They've been remixed with more water regularly. So there is. Now, because I poured from quite high up, which you can probably tell by the amount of my hand you can see in the camera, that red has gone down into the pot, and we're going to have some really good mix in there. So what am I going to do? I'm going to show you a spiral ring pour. So I'm just squeezing my tin into a point, and I'm just going to as we get less in there and there's less pushing its weight behind, you need to slow your spirals down so that you're still getting a similar amount of paint coming out. And then I'm just going to pull that down so that it covers the whole thing. Once we've got it all the way down, then we can start tilting it off the edges. Although it's trying desperately to do that for me. As I was pouring this, I thought, you know what that kind of looks like? It kind of looks like half pink, half blue. You know, half my husband, half me. It's going in our bedroom, so. But if you know me, that's really irrelevant because I'm not a pink person. But I do love this crimson red. Except when it mixes with white. Although, because I didn't put it directly onto the white, we seem to be going alright with that. And I'm just faffing around trying to find my torch. There you are. If you've ever lost something, ask it. Torch, where are you? There we go. Now, the purpose of using a torch like this is to pop those air bubbles. Let me zoom you in so you can see. See those air bubbles popping? But also, it hopefully warms up the paint, and the silicone goes, oh, a warm spot. I'm coming up, baby. are going to make some sales. Now, we're not getting a lot of cell action, even though I put all that paint in there. Right, so we're gonna, I'm just gonna smear some paint over the ends, just so that it can flow down. Probably need a corner catcher, really. And then back the other way. Come on. Over this edge. You can do it. Alright. And then I'm going to pull it all the way back down again. Picking up some of the stuff that's dripped off to touch up on the sides to be the invitation for the paint to run over. Whoop, it's getting slippery. Call this my slippery eel. Okay. Come on. You know you want to. And the other way as well. What's that big lump? So where there is already paint, paint will run a lot faster. So if you're having problems getting paint to come over the edge, put some paint on there, like I am. And that will give it something to run on. Trying to keep this in your vision and tilt it. Now I've actually got some of that end of the pot still left, so I'm actually gonna pour directly over the edge, hopefully enough to cover up that smeared paint that I put on there. And let that run down. Come on, you can do it. Sorry that you can't really see what I'm doing. My hand's in the way. Alright, that is nearly there. There we go. Alright, so that is cruising along quite nicely. I'm going to rinse my hands. We have almost exactly a half blue pink kind of deal going on. How's it getting any better? Right, now what I've noticed is this is, see if I can get it to focus. This is going a bit weird. It's kind of like a bleed thing happening, and I'm not really sure what that's about. I'm not really sure I like this. So, when I don't like things, I tend to swipe them. The only problem with that is this has got edges, and it's not going to swipe very well. And it's not very thick either. So if my swipe is a little bit off, I'm going to be, hitting the wood. So what do you reckon? Should I swipe it? Should I swipe or should I not? Do 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 do. Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm getting a yes for light. Light, light, bright light. Now, do I add any more paint to swipe with, or do I just swipe what we've got? Add more paint, swipe what we've got. Add more paint, swipe what we've got. I'm getting to add more paint. What colour do I add is the next question. Is it one of the ones that we've already got on there? No. What have I got made up? Lots of questions. Lots of questions. So truth, if I swipe this, will I be happier with it? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Not sure. There's... Will I ever be happy with this piece? Yes or no? When I'm asking questions like that, guys, I'm looking at the energy. I'm looking at what feels more expansive, more joyful, more yummy. And yeah, not really getting any clarity on that at all. So that usually means it's the wrong question. Yes or no? Oh, this is a painful process. Let me get you down and show you while I'm thinking about this. Okay. So this is what I was talking about the bleeding. It's kind of looks a bit motley. It's a bit weird, actually. It's not my usual fun and funkiness. I'm wondering if I got it too warm and then it's ripped it. Okay. I'm not actually going to swipe it. I've decided, but I am going to give it another torch and see if that does anything at all. And then when it's dry, I'm going to paint a little love note on it to my lover. Oh, it's not changing. So I'm going to leave this to dry and come back when it's dry and write something in behind the hooks. Alright, I will see you again when it's dry. Alright, here it is. All dry and looking lovely. So even though I sanded it, you can still see wood grain in underneath the pour. You can see the rough bits that I didn't sand out, but that's okay. We're putting our brackets back on there anyway. So what's it gonna look like when it's all done? Oops. Let's see. It's not going to sit on there without a screw. Maybe we need to do a right, so there you go. It's got its hooks on, and I like it. It's fun, it's funky, it's got a beveled edge which is also painted, and it's going to hide behind our bedroom door and nobody will ever see it. So there you go, you now know what is hiding behind my bedroom door. How does it get any better than that? So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I can take the tape off. I'm not going to hang it just yet. I'll wait till we get back from Queenstown and I'll give it another bit more chance to dry hard and really be dry enough to put up on the wall. So there you go. Doesn't go with my cream coloured wallpaper, but I don't care. We're painting soon anyway. I like it. I like those little cells in the middle there. They're cool. It's fun, it's bright, and it's a coat hook. Yay! So I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. I know I definitely had some fun creating it, and that's what it's all about for me, having some fun and sharing that fun and what I do with you guys. How much fun can you have, and how much fun can we invite the rest of the world to? I adore you all, and look forward to playing with you on Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group. If you haven't joined already, please do. And if you like my videos and want to come and watch some more, please hit the subscribe button. And also there's a donate button down below if you want to throw me some cash. How does it get any better than that? And if you ever see any of my paintings that aren't commissioned or specifically for my own home, and you want to buy them, jump on the comments and let me know what that you'd after it. Who knows, you might be the first in and the lucky one, and they might be cheaper than you thought. I adore you. Bye bye.